My name is Neal Mumford. I'm the Australasian Rail Business Leader for Arup. Worked in the industry for 20 years and for Arup for 32. I got to a point last year where I didn't realise it until I looked back, but work was dominating everything I was doing. I didn't really have much time or space for anybody else outside of work. I had health issues that I was putting down to middle age, but really were just down to not taking care through putting way too much energy into work and not enough into well-being and into life. I was lucky that I was part of a leadership program. A lot of us were working quite closely and talking very openly to each other. And so I think Robert and one or two other people realised that it was a good opportunity they've got to take to get a hold of me and say, Neal, we want to stop doing the things you're doing and look after yourself. Yeah, it did, at times it made me feel a bit embarrassed that someone as busy as Robert was taking time to check in with me. But really it was great to have that level of support and someone who'd been through their own troubles and would share them.
My name is Robert Kerr. I work for Arup in Australia. I'm the Strategic Geographies Leader in Australia. I'm formerly the Chief Executive of Arup Australasia. I've worked in the rail industry since 1992. Well, I've worked with Neal for a long time, or known Neal for a long time. He was putting himself under a lot of stress. The sorts of things he talked about, the frustrations, were pretty evident that he was struggling. And so I sought him out. We had a conversation.
Oh, Robert put a huge effort in. He made a big effort to sit me down, ask my permission to be tough with me, which wasn't tough at all.
And I had to actually try and understand what he was going through and what he was thinking about. And it was about sort of listening to what he was saying and responding to it in a way that actually might get him to open up. But I think one of the things I did was, I was able to relate to what Neal was going through, because I've had to deal with severe depression myself. And I think by opening up and making myself vulnerable, I was able to actually get Neal to understand that maybe I had something to offer, maybe I was willing to listen, and I certainly wasn't judging him. I think we've got to be a bit careful we don't try and be psychologists ourselves. We're not psychologists. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not trained to do this, but you can help. You can have a conversation, check whether they're okay. Be empathetic, don't judge them, listen to what they've got to say.
So Robert provided ongoing support through meetings. We met a couple of times over 2 months, a couple of phone calls just to check in. Nothing very complicated, but very important. Yes, to Robert, it's a big thank you personally, and the time that he put in, as well as the heartfelt discussions that we had, and just to ask Robert to continue sharing in the way that he does and to encourage others to carry on doing what we've been doing.